Crappy. You actually don't have a terrible shot, but we still got this elite gunner. Alright, what can we do here? What can we do? I mean, I can still put the grenade here, but then... that sucks. Like, I had a whole plan in my head, and then the game was just like, nope. And yeah, we don't actually have a lot of options here at the moment. And that Archon is gonna make real good speed in our direction. So as much as I hate to do it, I think our safe bet is to get our people onto the roof. Get them all together so that we can at least retaliate next turn. And again, the Advent Trooper, I'm not really worried about the Advent Trooper. Now what we could do, hold on, chat, hold on, we got a run and gun here. We got a run and gun. I'm just wondering how frisky Crappy is feeling. Now. Stay on target. Stay on target. We got everybody else on the roof. We're not gonna leave our man down on the ground. We're not gonna leave him in the trenches taking grenades. Stay on target. And if we gotta tank some hits, we'll tank some hits. Okay, I was hoping that the hit would not be quite so severe. I swear to God. I swear to fucking Christ, game. You better not. I know what you're trying to do right now. Are you fucking serious? Really? Really, XCOM? Chet, I want you to just take a brief moment. I want you to take a brief moment to just appreciate the spectacular, the astronomical level of fucking bullshit that just played out. This is when we talk about getting XCOM, chat. If you've never played XCOM before, this is what we mean when we say getting XCOM. Because my goodness. Okay, understand what just happened, right? Who is this? Is this Dark Sarah? Is it Dark Sarah that's down here? No, this is Max Dammit. Okay, so essentially what happened is because I wasn't expecting the Archons to pop up, I had Max Dammit up here ready to go up the ladder. Okay? Unfortunately, that left Max flanked by the Archons when they showed up. Now, I was hoping we could just tank some hits. Well, the Archon hit for 8 damage. Then his buddy comes over and hits for even more damage. The gunner comes over, climbs the ladder, takes a shot and misses, but in the process of missing did enough damage that it caused the ground to catch on fire and collapse. So Max fell to the ground, taking away all but 1 of their HP, but they are currently on fire. which means that they're gonna take damage over time. We lost a guy? That sounds like quitter talk, Wasteland. That sounds like quitter talk. Don't think for a second that I am not going to put up as much of a fight as I possibly can to fuck these guys over. We don't play like that. So first and foremost, let's get the fucking VIP out of here so that they're not an issue. Okay, with the VIP extracted, that's one less thing to worry about. Now, I don't think that I can put out the fire just by walking up next to Max. Especially not with an Advent Trooper. However, Max does have a med kit. So here's the deal. What I can do is I can move Max to cover and have them heal themselves with the med kit. That will also get rid of the fire. So what we need to do now is we need to eliminate the remaining enemies on the field, which is kind of what I was setting up to do anyway. So it's not the end of the world yet, chat. It's not the end of the world yet. Vio, what do you got for me, buddy? Because what I need at this exact moment is a Hail Mary grenade. Okay, it doesn't show me hitting my own people, but I'm gonna save just in case it tries to XCOM me even further. It's not over till it's over, chat. Alright, I need a Hail Mary grenade. I wanna try to get it as far away from Max as possible. Okay, there we go.
Get ready to talk.
Okay, that should take care of the trooper. We still got this Archon, but he's on fire. I think we got a couple of options here. Damn, I can't... I was hoping I could frost bomb the Archon King, but we don't quite have the range for that. Something karma for the trooper? Maybe. Speaking of karma for the trooper, if I move you over here, do you have a shot? Where can you get anywhere that gives you a shot on this guy? It doesn't look like it. Like, I want to get at this Archon so fucking bad. Okay, fine. I'll take a shot at the Archon King instead. Assuming you can even hit him. 60% chance, those aren't great odds. And I see you, Bob. Hydration income. Hail Hydrate. I mean, he dodged, but we still got him for 3 damage. I'll take it. Now you're gonna react. You're gonna take some burning damage. What do you... Oh no, did I just... You're gonna retaliate, Chet? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, yeah, you're gonna retaliate. And there's the loot.
Check this gear out.
Okay. It's not the end of the world yet. But, if we're gonna do anything else to this fucking Archon King, I have got to move Max or they're going to die. Because if he tries to take another retaliation shot and hits Max, it's Jover. Alright.
Let's go.
So we're moving Max back to full cover.
Up and at 'em.
Hit yourself with the med kit. That should kill the fire, and it should also heal you up a little bit. Alright. That's Max, damn it, out of the danger zone, off of death's door, at least. Now we got potentially a couple of different ways that we can do this. Because Dark Sarah right now is in a bad position. This floor is probably going to collapse and then they're going to fall. And I don't want to end up in the same situation. So first and foremost, if we take the big money shot, that's 8 to 10 damage at the Archon King. Who's got the most damage though? Take a shot at every enemy in a cone area. That would be great. Except, unfortunately, Cody doesn't really have a shot at anything right now. I'm thinking, Chad, I'm thinking. Okay, Grindler can take the shot. Crappy. Aha. Combat presence, Chad. Combat presence. Okay, rap with me. Cody is not able to get close enough to put rounds on the Archon King because he can only move here. He can't see him. However, combat presence basically lets Crappy give up one of his actions to give one to anybody. So we move up Cody to somewhere here with half cover where he's actually got a shot. Then we use Crappy to give him an extra action so that he can take the shot. And if you're wondering why, let me see. Will it show me? It's not gonna show me. Show me the damage. Show me the damage. Anyway, the heavy machine gun does the most damage out of all the weapons that we have, including this shotgun, as long as he doesn't get like a crit. Like, if Crappy gets a crit, then that's another thing entirely. And chat, we might even be able to chain some stuff together. We might even be able to chain some stuff together, because I'm thinking run and gun. Okay, chat. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna run and gun. Not yet. Save it. Let's get our mans into position.
Move!
I'm basically compressing a lot of information here, chat. I apologize. Alright, now we combat presence on Cody. That'll give them an extra action. Now, we run and gun.
Sounds like a plan.
So that Crappy can move up here. And he can blow his load all over this archive. Somehow, he didn't die. But I think he's on fire. I don't know why the fuck you get a reaction on that, because that's some bullshit. But the Archon is on fire, so he should die next turn regardless.
Alright, that one hurt!
Yeah, I don't really understand why the ruler got a reaction on that. That reeks of fucking bullshit. But I'll take it for now. With that being said, what do we got? Does not break concealment on kill. Alright, out of actions. Dark Sarah is still gotta move. So here's what we do. Dark Sarah, do you have a med kit? You do not. That is unfortunate. How far does the shredder gun go? Not quite far enough. Alright. So here's what we do. We fire the big gun with 98% accuracy. the mod is maybe a bit unstable, the one that fixed the ruler's bullshit. Yeah, so yes, now, here's the thing. Like, the ruler bullshit is really bad. Like, super bad. And I think there's a lot of, like, edge cases where the ruler reaction gets triggered, and sometimes the mod doesn't catch it all, or sometimes, it has a weird way of assessing when exactly the ruler is affected. It's stupid, but it is what it is. So we'll take the 11 to 15 damage on the ruler. Hoping for a big roll. Come on, Cody. 13 isn't bad. 13 isn't bad. Now you're gonna react. Are you going to retreat as a reaction is the question. Or are you gonna retaliate? You're gonna retaliate. Okay. And you missed. You love to fucking see it. And we've still got Grendler teed up for that shot. Alright, so here's what we do. Here's what we do, chat. I'm gonna move Dark Sarah so that they don't fall down. And then we're gonna take our sniper rifle shot at the ruler. Then again, I'm wondering. So here's what I'm thinking, chat. Here's what I'm thinking. So stay with me. We take the shot with Grendler. We maybe get a good hit, maybe not. I mean, we got 90... Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have a 100% chance to hit. So we're guaranteed to do damage. Some amount of damage. At this point, we can take Dark Sarah, use the combat presence, or possibly the Shredder gun. The Shredder gun can reach, but here's the thing. I can use combat presence to give Cody another shot. I don't think we're gonna get the kill on the king, but we can definitely run him off and do a shitload of damage. The only thing that's gonna change depends on what the ruler does. So I take the shot with Grendler, and then if he retaliates on Cody, then we heal him instead. If he doesn't retaliate on Cody, we use Cody to take another shot, and then at that point I would assume he's gonna retreat, because he'll be down to only 1 bar of health. So let's see how this is gonna work out, chat. $10 damage is not quite what I wanted, but I'll take it. What are you gonna do? You gonna retaliate or you gonna run? You're gonna run. Well, the unfortunate thing for you is you cannot open the rift and also jump into it on the same action. So, we combat presence. Dude, hold on. Okay, I just needed to make sure that Cody actually still had ammo. He does. So we combat presence on Cody. And for some reason the ruler gets a reaction to that because fucking bullshit. But I was gonna take another shot with Cody. Unfortunately, XCOM decided, fuck you. But that's okay, we can have Cody take this shot and relieve the Archon of his tortured existence.
Check it before you get too close.
And Duke Moose, first time chatter, coming in saying, Mariam seems cool. I love XCOM. Well, thank you, Duke Moose. I appreciate you that you think I'm cool, even if I'm really not. I'm actually kind of a nerd. But I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by on a Saturday. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. And you are correct. We are playing some modded XCOM 2. And this mission tried to go pear-shaped on us, but we managed to bring it back. Alright, now. The next person who we need to GTFO with is Max Dammit, who took a little bit of a hard fall, but that's okay. Because we know that the map is clear. No remaining enemies. And Troubleshooter gifting us sub to Duke Moose. They've literally been in the chat for a matter of seconds. Thank you, Troubleshooter, for the gifted sub, and Duke Moose, welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions, where I'm sure you will find many kindred souls amongst your whiskey folk out here. Alright, let's get everybody to the extract. Or, I guess, as close as we can get. Not everybody puts as much time into leg day as Crappy Sniper and Dark Sarah.
Time to go.
Nerds aren't cool. I might need to rethink my life. Travis, it depends. It depends. You know, our corporate overlords seem to think that nerds are very cool. At least based on the media that they're cranking out these days. But I feel like there's still a lot of discrimination against the nerds. Yeah? And Caffeinated Lemur resubscribing for an 11th month. See, and I heard nerds were being summoned. What am I needed for? Just to be here. Just to be here. Good lord, Chad. Hold on. God damn. Apologies, Chet. Kind of had a whole thing going on there for a second. I don't know why, but my throat is giving me an issue all of a sudden. I haven't been drinking enough water, that's what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn. We're pretty much done with this mission. Boss, forgot that how to human. I mean, again, I'm having a little thing. Having a little thing here. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. It might be whatever I was sick with a couple of weeks ago. Coming back to haunt me a little bit. Alright, is that everybody? I think that's everybody, right? I think? Yeah. Except for the trooper. The trooper died. He gave his life for the cause.
Time to enjoy the payoff.
Alright, there we go, Chet. That's a mission success.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
It didn't go quite as smoothly as I had hoped. But at the same time, it could have gone a lot worse. And of course, everybody's coming home, so that's the important thing. Well, everybody except the Advent Trooper, but he wasn't coming home with us anyway. Alright, let's have a look at our debrief. We got Max Dammit picking up a kill. Didn't actually do that much damage, which, to be expected. Unfortunately, Max kind of had a series of unfortunate events occur in their general vicinity. But they did pick up a loot. So, their contribution is appreciated all the same. Then we got Vio. Hitting all their shots, didn't technically get any kills, but as I've said many times before, Vio is great with the grenade launcher, and so while he doesn't necessarily pick up a lot of kills, he definitely contributes to the team when he goes on the missions. So, he hit the shots that he needed to hit, he landed the grenades he needed to land. If he doesn't pick up any kills, that's fine. Then we got Cody. First mission for Cody, picking up the MVP. With 3 kills, 61 damage, hit all of their shots. Took a couple of bad hits there, but that's okay. They managed to come out of it alive. They got some scars. I hear the chicks dig scars. I wouldn't know. I don't actually know any women, so I couldn't tell you, but I hear that chicks dig scars. So, outstanding job to Cody. Picking up the MVP on their very first mission. You don't see that very often. And we got Crappy Sniper as well. Again, making a solid contribution. 2 kills for 36 damage. Hit roughly 60% of their shots, which, with a shotgun, is about all you can hope. Again, a solid contribution, although maybe not a standout one. We got Dark Sarah as well. Again, solid contribution, in spite of the fact that I don't think Dark Sarah used their flamethrower at all this entire mission. The only shots that they took was with the pistol. So that's not bad. That's not a bad performance for having done that all with a sidearm. And then we got Grendler, again, did a good job on this one, laying down that support fire from the high ground. Picked up 1 kill on an Overwatch, didn't get any other kills, but the damage that sniper rifle puts down range is always helpful, even if Grendler's not picking up the kills with that damage. So all in all, outstanding performance, especially given the if factor. We kind of, we went in for the mission, and we expected one thing, and then we got a little something different, because XCOM kind of has a habit of doing that. But you know what? The squad rolled with the punches, and we managed to come out on top in spite of them throwing us a curveball. So, good performance. Good performance all around. Oof. Yeah, Max is going to be in the infirmary for 15 days on that one. I would argue that Max has earned some time in the infirmary. They kind of... In the span of, one turn, they went from perfect health to Swiss cheese. Being held together with duct tape and dreams. So I'd say he's earned himself a little bit of a vacation in the med bay. Cody took a hit, but ended up alright. Only 4 days in the infirmary, so not too bad, not too bad. And everybody else is fine, not even tired on that one. So in addition to that, we got Vio picking up a promotion as well. You'd love to see that. And we got our engineer that we definitely didn't need, but I will take an Illyrium core, because that'll help us come up with some fun new technology. And as usual, Optimus Prime is happy with us. Couldn't really care less about the engineer, but that 84 intel will certainly come in handy. New staff. Wonderful. Yeah, so God damn it. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Max is unjustified in picking up a fear of Archons. If you missed that, Max has now got a fear of Archons. Again, I understand. Given the way that mission played out, I would probably also be afraid of Archons. Let's see. Bond available. Let's see. Who's available? Hey, look at that. Max and Cody available to get married. Let's do it, chat. Let us ship these boys. There we go. That's another round of love blooming on the battlefield. Alright, Vio, I know was out there in the chat a little while ago. I don't know if they're still there, but if so, now is the time to tab back in, because you have earned yourself a promotion, Vio. Of course, you guys know the drill. If he doesn't pipe up, then we're gonna let the Lord decide. Well, in this case, chat is the Lord, so We'll let chat decide. Oh, nope, there's Bio. There's Bio. Alright, Bio, here we go. For the Tech Sergeant rank, you're getting pretty high up there in the ranks. We got under the Marauder tree. Blunt Trail. Shots deal +1 damage if the target has been wounded this turn. So, a little bit of a dog pile passive. Under support, we have Sting Grenades. Your flashbang grenades have a 50% chance to stun enemies for 1 turn in the flashbang's area of effect. Is that... Chad, is that not what flashbangs do? No, they disorient. They disorient. They don't stun. I mean, I guess that would be good if Vio was using flashbangs, but they generally don't. And then under the commando tree, we have Flesh or Fleesh. I've never heard this word said before, so I'm not sure how you would pronounce it. But it's a commando tree, so it's a knife thing. Attack any enemy within movement range with your sword. Deals 1 damage for every 4 tiles between your starting position and the target. Again, would be good if Vio was using melee, but they're really not. So Vio, what's it gonna be? You want to deal 1 damage to enemies that have already been wounded? You want to upgrade your flashbangs? Or you want to pivot this late in the campaign over to melee? Bio says, gotta be 1. Okay. 1 it is. And unfortunately, you've only got 5 AP, so not enough to buy you any other abilities at the moment, but that's okay. And that is our one and only promotion for this op taken care of. Let's see. If we head to the infirmary, we could remove some negative traits from people. We got Yes now with a fear of vipers. Sierra with a fear of the chosen, which I think is funny because here, very shortly, there's not going to be any more chosen. So I'm actually okay with leaving Sierra with his fear of an enemy that doesn't even exist anymore. Because I feel like that's a very Sierra thing. Where he would just, like, he's deathly afraid of enemies that he knows verifiably for a fact are all dead. But he's still afraid of them. Like, still has nightmares about him and shit. And the funny thing is, they didn't even do anything to him. Like, he never got captured by the Chosen. He never really got attacked by them or anything. Like, he genuinely has no real reason to fear the Chosen. But he does anyway. Let's see, we got Vin with Cautious. I gave Vin some shit about Cautious last time around, so... wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get rid of that. And then we got Soul Shitter Fuck Murder, otherwise known as General Quarters. Fear of Poison. I'm not sure exactly how this procs. It says chance to panic when poisoned or when squad mates are poisoned. This doesn't actually come up that much. Because there's not a whole lot of enemies that actually use poison. So... I'm just trying to honestly... So, yes, now being afraid of vipers is also kind of a big deal, because, again, with the enemy mods in this game, we just ran into a viper on the last mission. Like, even in the late game, all the enemy types can still potentially show up. So, yes, now being afraid of vipers could come back to bite us in a really bad way sometime down the line. Vin being cautious isn't the worst in the world. Like, if I was gonna compare these two phobias, cautious I think we can still kind of deal with because it just causes them to hunker down. And you know that I'm gonna have my people in cover at the end of their movement. So in the event that Vin decides that he wants to hunker down like he did last time, at least he'll be in cover. Right? So, like, this, we'll try to get rid of it. But I think right now, getting rid of Yasnau's fear of vipers is definitely the bigger issue. Because I don't want her freaking out when some random viper shows up. Although, in fairness to the meme, I do think it's hilarious that we've taken the woman who is afraid of the snakes and put her in the snakeskin suit. Because that feels like a very unique form of torture. But I think the tactical acumen is worth more than the meme, unfortunately. No fear of the snake when wearing the snake suit. I wish that was the case. I really do. But we'll go ahead and get Yas now and there. We could start some genetic modification, but we don't really have the resources for it at the moment. What else have we got going on? I know we got research coming. Improved beam weapons in 2 days. So that should give us, I forget, what is that,
I am still hard at work on the current
is that the
research
snipers?
priority,
I think that's
Commander.
the snipers, right? Pretty sure it's the sniper. We're doing tactical things now. I've said before, No Carrion, a broken clock is right twice a day. Like, I do occasionally get it right on accident. Alright, chat, back to the geoscape. Back to the geoscape. Because I'm gonna check for any points of interest that we could potentially make use of. And if there's nothing that just calls to me, I think you know what time it is. I think we go after the Warlock, chat. What do you think? So here's what we could do, chat. We have improved beam weapons, which if I remember right, this is the plasma snipers. Or plasma long guns, basically. So I'm gonna put it to a vote. I'm gonna let you guys decide. Apologies for the sound and the music, but I'm gonna let you guys decide. We can either go after the Warlock right now, or we can wait for the research to finish. So there you go, chat. If you don't see the poll, refresh your stream. You should see it at the top of the chat box. But I'm letting you guys decide. We can either go after the Warlock right now. Our barracks is in good working order. We've definitely got the manpower to go after the Warlock now. Or we can wait 2 days. We shouldn't see any ops come up in the next 2 days because we just finished one. And the game usually gives you a break. So we should get a couple of days without another op cropping up to finish the research. But I'll let you guys decide what you want to do with it. And in the meantime, while you guys are voting, since we just got ourselves some intel, that's going to put us at 130 intel, which means we could either... we could either make contact with another region, or we could potentially go to the black market. So let's go to the black market first, just to see what they have.
Plotting new course.
Maybe they'll have something good. Let's see. Superior scope is pretty good. We could hire another soldier. We could rush some autopsy research, but I don't really feel the need for that. Let's see. We've got Will to Survive. Increase HP by 10% of willpower. That would be really good for making like a high-grade psychic into kind of a tanky character. Let's see, we got Combat Rush. We don't have much use for combat simulations around here. We prefer to fight in subtler ways. Thank you for not telling me what that does at all. Yeah, these... I don't know what these do. They're available, but I don't know what they do. And I'm reluctant to spend intel on them without knowing what they do. Superior speed, I'm going to assume, is a mobility increase. But the Combat Rush, I have no idea. I have no earthly idea what Combat Rush could be. Hey, good to see you, Dark Sarah. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday. You actually just missed the op that you took part in, but we're always glad to have you. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. And chat has decided to wait on the research. Well, Oxford, you might think that it's good, but you'd have to tell me what it does before I buy into it. Gives aim boost AoE after a kill. That's actually sounds really good. Oh, does it stack? Because hear me out. If it stacks, you do something like give it to Yas now, who's just like, you know, when we go on a mission with the Lost, and they just like put the enemies down, like if it's a stacking buff, that could be broke as shit. But even if it's not a stacking buff, just giving everybody 10 aim, 5 to 6 tiles in an area. That actually sounds pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, let's do it. We don't actually have that many PCSs for our people, so I'll take the opportunity to grab one. Superior speed as well. I mean, just increasing mobility. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. In for a penny, chat. In for a penny. Alright, let's get to the barracks. Let's make sure that we get those PCSs installed. So, the mobility one is easy. Who's got the highest mobility in the barracks? We got Koloski at 20. We got Rowe at 20. I mean, if I'm gonna give a +3 mobility to a soldier, it's either gonna be someone with the highest mobility because I love to min-max, or it's gonna be somebody with the lowest mobility so we can try to bring them up to parity. So, Sierra is already a tech sergeant and he's only got 11 mobility. He might be a good candidate. Let's see. I don't want to do it to anybody down here on this end because they're still going to level up, so they may get some mobility with time. Yeah, I mean, Sierra is kind of the standout in terms of having the lowest mobility. Is that being affected? No, he just has shitty mobility. I thought he might have been, you know, like he might be getting affected by his equipment or something, but no, he just has 11 mobility. Unfortunately, we do already have a PCS installed for him. And I forget what it is, and it's not telling me what it is. Oh, it's right here. Derp. Superior hacking. Yeah, so he's got the +40 hacking PCS. I think we kind of just want to keep him with that, so... Alright, who's the next lowest in terms of mobility? I see a lot of 13s. Like 13, 14, Cody actually. Holy crap. So, okay, if you... For context... Cody is 1 level away from max level. Like, they're gonna level up 1 more time. And in spite of that, their mobility is 10. Now, technically it's 12, because something... Oh, the rocket launcher, probably. No? Is it just because he's damaged? Oh, no, it's because of the weapon. Okay, so the mobility is gonna be -2. There's nothing we can do about that. Like, he has to have a weapon. So we can't not give them the cannon. So that's basically just gonna make their mobility 10 forever. Like, we don't have much of an option. So potentially we put in the superior speed and that bumps them up to 13, which is roughly even with some of our other lowest characters. It's not great mobility, but it's better than what they had. So I think that's probably our best option, given the circumstances. Because I didn't even realize how much lower their mobility was thanks to that weapon. Like, even Tribal Typhoon, he's got the big gun too. He'll be down to, what, 12 mobility? So that's even lower than Tribals. I think we give it to Cody. Let's give him +3 mobility. There we go. Now he's got a little bit. A little bit. Now, as for the kill frenzy, or the combat rush, or whatever the hell it is, chat, I know, listen. Listen, chat. I know there's gonna be some claims of favoritism. But when I think of gives everybody a buff when they kill something, there's only one person that I can think of when that pops into my head. You guys already know who I'm thinking of. Again, I don't want to be accused of favoritism. But I'm just saying. How can we not? How can we not give the Wall, the man that shoots all the rockets, the PCS that buffs everybody every time he kills something? It just... Like, am I wrong, chat? It just feels so right. Am I being biased? Or is this actually a good fit? I need second-hand opinion. Either him or Yas. So the reason that I would rather do the upgrade on Erst rather than Yas now is Yas now is really only ever going to trigger it in situations where the loss are present. Whereas the mech troopers, by virtue of how much damage they can put out, are more likely to trigger it on a regular basis. Because, for those that don't know, like, this cannon is doing 8 to 10 damage, which is on par with sniper rifles. Like, it's a beefy gun. Versus liable to have people right next to him. Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. Alright, let's do it. Again, chat, it's not favoritism, it's just a good fit. There we go. Combat rush. There you have it. Yeah, Erst makes a good point. It plays in with the narrative of the giant robot Viking man screeching, you know, battle cries and shit every time he kills something. He not only does that in the chat, but he also, I would imagine, would do it on the battlefield as well. Alright, there we go, chat. That's the intel spent. And with that out of the way, you guys have voted to wait on the research, so we need to find a point... Actually, you know what? Instead of going to a point of contact, I think we'll head down to Templar HQ and just do some healing. Try and improve the healing rate since, again, our man's Max is going to be laid up for 2 weeks. And there is Judgment. When targeted by an attack, the enemy has a chance to panic. Judgment can be triggered by melee and area of effect attacks. Judgment will not trigger when targeted by Overwatch fire. That could be good. Let's continue to wait, and then we'll slot in that PCS. So there's the Nosy, finishing up their dodge conditioning, picking up 3 dodge and 15 ability points. So that means we're ready. We're ready to put our next person in, and nobody is tired at the moment. So did anybody here go out? I mean, Vio and Dark Sarah both went on the last mission. Just based on stats, I feel like Vio has got more of a deficit in terms of their raw statistical ability. So let's go ahead and put Vio in for conditioning for now. And Vio, I know you're out there, so the time is now to chime in with your physical conditioning. Again, as always, for those of you that are not familiar with this interface, his stats are over here in the middle of the right side of the screen. And then, obviously, basically any one of these abilities we can potentially upgrade. Remember to remove gear before training. That's probably a good idea. We'll do that while we wait for Vio to pipe up. Let's see. There you are. Don't think you're gonna sneak into the infirmary with all that equipment. I know he was out there. He might be busy. If that's the case, chat, then you know the drill. You guys are gonna have to make the decision. Let's see. There we go. Put him in for conditioning. And then let's see, just based on what he's got going on. He's already got a halfway decent dodge stat, so maybe putting some points into dodge would be good. Defense also wouldn't be terrible. He's also got pretty low HP, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, in terms of, like, comparison to a lot of the other soldiers at his rank, his HP's a little bit low. So what's he do? He is a marauder, so his main attributes are that he can fire twice in a single turn. But also he's the grenadier, so he's got the ability to chuck out those grenades. Although really, his stats are not gonna help his grenade use. So might be worth conditioning aim, since he shoots twice, give him higher chances to hit. And Miskatonic Memorialist. Or, I'm sorry, Memorialist. I didn't catch the T there, it was cut off. It says, first time chatter, 60% of the time. It works. Every time. It does, chat. That's just raw statistics. And I see, yes, now, hydration income. First wants HP. Alright, well, how about this? Chat, we'll put it to a vote yet again. Let's see. We're gonna call this the Vio training arc. And let's see, we can do HP, we can do aim, we can do dodge, or we can do defense. So I think those are gonna be the best stats to put his training into. So you guys know the drill. Poll should be up. If you don't see it, refresh your stream. You should see it at the top of the chat box. And put in your votes now for what you think we should put Vio's training into. And of course, again, for those of you that are just popping in, you can see right here on the center right-hand side of the screen where his stats are at currently. and we can buff any one of those stats one time. And Erst gifting a sub to Miskatonic Memorialist. Thank you, Erst, for the gift sub. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. And of course, Miskatonic, you've already thanked Erst, but welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler, and we have 10 tons of it. So drink as much as you like, and then drink some more. Because I have already told the crew many, many times, over and over again, nobody gets anything else to drink until the Ecto Cooler is gone. Yes, that includes the whiskey. So get to drinking, nerds. You can make statistics say anything you want. 9 out of 10 people know this. You are correct, chat. Alright, well the vote's almost over. But there's an overwhelming number of people in favor of HP. So, I think I'm gonna call it early, chat, and we're gonna go ahead and put Vile in for some HP conditioning. And then, now that we've done that, we can get back to the geoscape. So we're almost done with the beam weapons, and then we're going after the Warlock. So let's do a little bit more healing.
That worked. We might as well keep it up, Commander.
Alright, well how about that? We finished up this. The hypervital module construction in the infirmary is now going to only be 50%. Which is good. That's good. That's good. So let's go ahead and assign a new covert action. While we're doing this, we could potentially improve combat intelligence. Go make somebody maybe not quite as much of a dumbass. We could gain a resistance contact. That'll just increase our contacts by 1. We could go for a facility lead so that we've got more black sites. Well, we've already got 2 or 3 black sites that are already available, so I don't know that it's worth it to uncover another one just yet. Aside from that, I mean, we could do some supplies, but 4 days for only 100 supplies kinda doesn't seem worth it. Or we could increase region income in India by 14 supplies, but again, doesn't seem worth it for 5 days, especially not for 14 supplies. I don't know. Whiskey Ecto mixed drink. How would it taste? Yeah, I have a feeling it wouldn't taste very good, to be honest with you. Ecto is kind of its own thing, and in my experience, limited experience, it doesn't mix well with really anything. What's the loot? It doesn't tell you. It's just random loot. So you have no idea what you're gonna get. But honestly, for only 4 days though, I mean, 100 supplies would go a long way, and we're still unlocking weapons, so I think I'm gonna go for the supplies, believe it or not. And hey, wouldn't you know it, we actually happen to have multiple engineers with nothing to do, so I have no problem sending an engineer on this mission. Alright, there we go. Get that covert operation underway. And then how many hours left until we get our plasma snipers? 3 hours.
The results of our
Alright, there we go.
are quite fascinating.
Oh no, wait, this was just a blanket research. It was not the sniper rifles. My mistake. So this is increasing all plasma weapon damage output by 1. So that's why we did that one. Hypervital module construction, a previously disproved theory, was found to be effective after all, so we have to actually research this before we have the discount. But I'm not against that. Let me see. Oh, did we just got it? I guess it was instantaneous. Alright. So, we've got hunter weapons at 5 days. We got plasma shotguns at 8 days. Oh, chat, hold on. I just realized. This isn't just for the shotgun. it also gives us the final tier upgrade for the flamethrowers as well. And I know I've said this, and I keep saying this, like, it's not that I hate snipers. Like, I'm definitely, the snipers are growing on me. But the problem is, we have so few people that are actually using these types of weapons, it's really hard to justify spending the 10 days right now to research it. Whereas with the storm gun, not only do we have our, 3 people that are currently using shotguns, but this also gives us the improved flamethrowers, which somehow is like a quarter of the people in the barracks. Like, I don't know why we have so many people with flamethrowers, but we absolutely did. And this gives us a way to upgrade their firepower, which is definitely lacking this late in the campaign. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it.
The science is eager to begin, Commander.
Alright, so with the research out of the way, chat, it's time. Ernst, you're right, I do. I mean, we like... You gotta kill it with fire. How do you kill it with fire without flamethrowers, right? Because it's just 1 + 1 in my book. But I have to, like... For the sake of appearances, I have to pretend like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, just between you and me. I mean, chat. I think it's safe to say that we have more than a few folks in the chat right now. Can I... If you know, you know. Chat, can I get a... All my Zorgs, all my practitioners of the Way of Zorg. Give me an emote in the chat. Give me a full alpha if you've got it. Or give me a praise Zorg if you got it. But we all know. We all know. Anyway, chat. It's time to go. After this shit-talking warlock. And man, what an op name. What an op name. Look at Operation Gracious Feast. I like it. I like it. It looks like it's going to be a pretty rough mission, though. We got 14 enemies. We got Shock Trooper, Mech Longbow, Shield Bearer, Muton, 3 snakes, an Andromedon, which you hate to see, more snakes, a Berserker, and a Purifier. We haven't seen a Purifier in a hot minute. Haven't seen a Purifier in a hot minute, but Operation Gracious Feast, chat.
Avenger plotting new course.
Let's do this. How many mods in this campaign? It's a pretty light mod list, Miskatonic. It's about 360 mods. You know, no big deal. No big deal. Is !XCOM 2. Or maybe it's just XCOM, I don't remember which. Let me see. Is it XCOM or XCOM 2? XCOM 2. !XCOM 2. If you're curious about the mod list. Again, chat, we see... I feel like XCOM is having a little bit of a day today. Because we keep having these little interface hiccups, and it's making me very nervous. Alright, let's go ahead and get everybody's inventory cleared out. Make sure that we have all of the equipment available. Let's see. Serena, you get to keep the gauntlet. Give me that war suit. Give me that med kit. Let's see. Who else? You, give me your stuff. Wait. Okay. For a second there, I thought Ro had an advanced flamethrower. Give me the Warden armor. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. And yes, now I think yes now just keeps the snake suit. It's an emotional support snake suit. All right, let's clear the roster. God bless it. Clear the roster, I said, and we'll start from scratch. Delirium rocket launcher from Max. I mean, so we have an unlimited amount of those, Kurt. We don't. It's not a specialized weapon. It's one of the few weapons that gets a blanket upgrade. Any of those enemies yearn for a knife? Oh, you know it. You know it. Alright, so first of all, we know we gotta put in Earth. It's not even an if, not even a maybe. We want. I think we want. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, we gotta upgrade this thing from the beginning. So you want an autoloader because basically Erst has got the overdrive, so he can shoot a lot of stuff. So we need free reloads to keep him in the fight. I think we also go superior expanded magazine in order to give him as much ammunition as possible before he has to reload. And then maybe an advanced scope just to give him a little bit more a little bit more accuracy. Erst, what is your aim at right now? Oh, never mind. You don't even fucking. Erst has got 104 aim. He doesn't need an aim buff. I come as well, boss. I think we can make that happen. I was gonna take 2 mechs anyway, EW, so I can throw you in there. So if we're not gonna do a scope, maybe a stock? I mean, it's only a basic stock, but 1 damage is 1 damage. However, we could either increase his crit chance by 10%, because critting with the big gun, or we go with the hair trigger. Reaction fire deals 3 additional damage. 3 extra damage on Overwatch, chat. Everybody says crit. Everybody says crit. Alright, advanced laser sight. Increase that crit chance. Alright. It's not the best weapon we've ever put together. But it'll do the job. It'll do the job, chat. Alright, we need an auxiliary weapon. I mean, I feel like we gotta give him the shredder gun, right? Actually, no. Now, I take that back. So this does 6 to 9 damage. This only does 4 to 7 damage. How much does a shredder gun do? 6 to 9. Okay, so we could do that, or do we put in the Elerium rocket because it does more damage? Today, chat chooses violence. Yeah, no, Digital Arc has got it right. Chat always chooses violence. It's usually me that has to, like, rein you guys in and be like, no, let's not choose violence. Thermo's okay, EW. The only problem is it doesn't do anything against armor. And rockets are typically what we use to deal with armored threats. So I'm gonna go with the Elerium rocket. Oh, it doesn't count because you don't have a way to reload it, right? Get your big ass out of the way, Erst. I literally cannot read the stats. Chat, is it bitching because we can't use this rocket, or is it bitching because of the mobility penalty? Because I feel like it's bitching because we can't use it. Didn't the Warlock get immunity last week? Oh, shit. Kirk might be onto something. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Fuck. I completely forgot about that. Immune to explosions. Remember, he picked this up like at the end of the stream. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end. It just means we can't use explosives against him. We can still use explosives against everything else. We just can't use them against the Warlock. It's not that big a deal, chat. It'll be fine. See, shut up, XCOM. It'll be fine. However, because we don't have a rocket launcher, we can't use the Illyrium rocket. So, we can either take another rocket launcher, a shredder gun, or a flamethrower. I mean, that flamethrower, though, seems to do some pretty respectable damage. But Erst is kind of the rocket man, right? Like, I feel like we gotta give him another rocket. Let's do it. Let's make him the rocket man. We got all the rest of the weapons that we need. Alright, that's good. So EW wanted to come along, and again, we're gonna be doing 2 mech troopers anyway. Do we have enough to buy another one of these big-ass things? We got 90 supplies, and oof. That's a pretty big oof, Chad. That's a big oof, Chad. That's a lot of stuff. Erst says worth. Alright. Big guns, chat. Big guns. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in here. We need to go to upgrade equipment. And I want to take all of the equipment off of this thing. And we're gonna swap it out. Wait, what? Oh, right, because we have 3 mech troopers now. I forgot. Alright, so I might as well just pull all the stuff off of this one too. And then that'll give us more attachments that we can put on the plasma. Alright, so upgrade equipment. I think free reloads always. Experimental magazine is really good though. Because experimental magazine basically just gives us a free ammo slot. Free ammo slot is really good, especially for the damage over time stuff. And Oscar rolling into the chat saying happy 2025. Well, happy New Year to you as well, Oscar. Hopefully the holidays treated you well, and hopefully you're having an outstanding 2025 so far. Do we have free ammo though? Oh yeah, Duke Moose. We've got several different ammo types that we can plug in. So I think we go for it. And then, let's see, how is EW's aim? EW's aim is only 81. So maybe an advanced scope to increase his aim? Or maybe we go with a superior hair trigger to increase that damage, that reaction fire damage. Dragon Nonsense says, hello, I just got a cat today. So what you're saying is, Dragon, is that a cat adopted you. I can understand the confusion. Yeah, you're not wrong, EW. Blue screen will definitely be useful, because not only do they have mechs on the field, but the Warlock also summons some mechs in addition to the zombies that he can summon. So yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to take blue screen. All right, let's go with the advanced scope. Let's give EW some extra aim. And my reasoning for that is I want him to be able to actually hit the shots. Like, bonus reaction fire damage is great unless you miss. So him actually hitting the shots, I think, is going to be more valuable. Alright, so that gets us the blue screen rounds. That's our 2 mech troopers set up. So EW, who are you bonded with again? You are bonded with Van. That's good. We actually need a dedicated medic, so I'm not going to turn that down. Go ahead and slap the Warden armor on you. Give you a fancy plasma rifle. You don't really have anything that you can use, so we'll travel light. And of course, mo medkits, mo better. And then Ersts, you are bonded with Ro, so that's going to give us another medic, but this medic has a flamethrower, so it's different. And then because you're going to be going in with a flamethrower, we'll give you the war suit. For some reason, your appearance is not working as it should, but that's okay. We'll give you the shredder gun. And then let me go in here to the customize. I don't remember if I've actually done an update here. Maybe not. No, wait. Maybe I did. There we go. I did. Outstanding. Outstanding. I don't want that. God bless it. I think that's good. Probably just entire unit. Yeah, entire unit. Please and thank you. There we go. Now Ro's ready to go. Alright, so we gotta bring in 2 more people. Who do we want to bring on this one? I mean, I think having somebody with a shotgun would be worth it. Bonus points for cool gauntlets to pet the cat with. There you go. Ain't it weird we can take specialty ammo on an energy weapon? Listen, EW. I'm gonna need you to not ask questions like that, okay? Or a knife. Alright, let's see. If we send in Travis, give Travis a knife. Big ol' energy cannon. Gotta give you the rage suit. Because that's XCOM's ass right there, chat. That is XCOM's ass. And we'll give him, just because, give him the heavy strike module as well. And then, because Travis doesn't have a bond, I'm tempted to send in someone else who doesn't have a bond. Or we haven't put Croyd in for a while. And we don't have a dedicated hacker on the team, which I think would be a good fit. Only problem is, that's another flamethrower. And I'm not super fond of bringing in a bunch of flamethrowers. So maybe we bring in track tension? Again, he's a little low on the totem pole in terms of rank. And that makes me nervous. Gonna go 3 for 3 on these chosen. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, Chad, I'm kind of tempted to take Grendler again. I know it's a little bit out of sorts. Like, I don't typically take the same person multiple times per stream, but there's also a part of me that feels like, in the arena at least, like at the end when we're actually fighting the Warlock, I feel like a sniper would be a really good pick for that fight. Because then Grendler could potentially hit the monolith from anywhere, could also potentially hit the enemies from pretty much anywhere with squad sight, so that could be extremely useful. Huh. I'm just thinking, Chad. I mean, we could just take somebody else that has a bond, even if we're not taking their bond mate. That's also an option. Alright, I apologize to anybody that was waiting for it. I'm gonna put Grendler in on this one. Because I think a sniper is gonna be super useful in this fight. I really, really do. Only problem is, we're not taking enough med kits. We are not taking enough med kits. And giving a med kit to the sniper doesn't seem like a great idea. I think the Venom rounds would be better than the Dragon rounds, because the Dragon rounds only has a chance to set people on fire, whereas the Venom rounds are guaranteed to poison as long as it's an organic enemy. Yeah. Okay, here's what we do. It's not a great idea to give the sniper a med kit, but we're gonna need some med kits, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I tell you what. We're gonna give Travis a med kit as well. And here's my reasoning. Because we have Erst with a shitload of rockets. We have Ro in a warsuit with a shredder gun and a flamethrower. And then we got EW with a bunch of rockets and grenades. So we're kind of putting all of our explosive eggs into a few baskets, but we still got plenty of boom if we need it. What are we thinking, Chad? Are we happy with this? Yeah, exactly, Shinigami. Mo medkits, mo better. In this case, EW, no, I don't want to give the warsuit to Ven, because if I do, the warsuit has one less inventory slot, so then I would have to give up his grenade, and he would only get a medkit. And Mint on Mars with a gift sub rolling in the chat. First time chatter. Good to see you, Mint. Glad to have you, and hopefully the weekend is treating you well. Warlock is immune to explosives, so might as well put as many medkits as possible. Yeah, and that's the other thing I'm kind of thinking as well. I mean, it might even be worth it to give Ro a medkit. Because again, the mech troopers are going to be the ones bringing the boom. If we need to blow things up, they're going to be the ones doing it. But I think we'll go with what we got. 3 medkits is better than 1 medkit. Three is better than 1, and 1 is what we originally had. No one can skulljack the Warlock. That would be great. I would absolutely try to do that if he could get away with it. Trace rounds on a flamethrower, help with all the misses. I hate to admit, but maybe. Alright, Chad. You know what time it is. Let's make it hot. Let's get underway with Operation Gracious Feast.